we're going to be heading over to the main course kitchen right now for the second of today's head-to-heads.
It's Martin Smith with his pan-fried sea bass, wild mushrooms and champ versus Neil Carlisle with his Morecambe Bay seafood paella.
So, a feast of fish and seafood in our main course contest. Martin and Neil, the kitchen is yours. It's time to get cooking.
I'm Martin Smith. I'm cooking pan-fried sea bass with champ mashed potato, wild mushrooms, truffled red wine reduction and a spring pea foam. Being from the northwest, I've got to get my mash spot on or I'm in for the high jump.
My name's Neil Carlisle, and today I will be cooking Morecambe Bay seafood paella. In my opinion, British seafood and fish is the best produce in the world. That's why I'm trying to use it in my dish today.
So it is time to check in with our main course cooks, Martin and Neil. I'm going to start with you, if I may. First of all, Martin, what are we up to?
Just filleting my sea bass at the minute, just getting all prepped up.
I understand you're a designer, is that right?
Yes, yeah, that's my background, yeah.
What do you do?
My profession is a car designer, so I was interior designer at TVR for a number of years. Brilliant experience, that.
I'll catch up with you later,
Thanks
Martin.
very much.
Nice to meet you. And over to Neil. And you're doing a real Spanish-inspired dish today, aren't you?
I am doing, yes.
Tell me about it.
I'm doing a Morecambe Bay seafood paella,
Yeah.
using all the local ingredients found on the Fylde coast and in the Morecambe Bay.
Wonderful. You're really passionate about seafood,
I am, very
aren't
much
you?
so, yeah. I'm a family of fishermen. My cousin has a trawler. I do a lot of social fishing, a lot of prawning, shrimping.
And you love Spanish food, evidently.
Love Spanish food, yeah. Love Spain, love the culture.
Yeah. What about the rice? Because rice is tricky in paella, isn't it?
The boreal rice, very tricky. Achieved the socrat at the end, which is the crust at the bottom, and I've achieved my goal.
Enjoy it, won't you? And I'll catch up with you later.
Thank you very much.
"31-year-old Martin starts by showing off his skills with the blade.
He's brought the whole fish with him and he's filleting it, and I tell you what, he's doing a fantastic job on that.
Next, the potatoes. Martin says the best mash comes from the northwest, so his champ has to be spot on.
The key to making a lovely mashed potato, have a very good variety of potato to start with.
He's proud of his variety. He's got Ouija.
But Martin's leaving nothing to chance and trust a car designer to go high-tech and fire up the sous vide, a cutting-edge water bath.
I think Martin is being a bit of a show-off here. We've seen some very good knife skills, but this absolutely fancy way of trying to make a mashed potato.
My dish has got such a fine margin of error that, you know, if the sauce is too thick or the fish is overcooked, you get lumpy mash. It's fit for the bin.
Next, Martin starts his sauce, sautéing shallots, garlic and thyme in olive oil, then adding red wine.
He's got to get the balance right. If you make a really severe red wine sauce, it'll crash and burn because it'll overpower the flavour of that beautiful, succulent sea bass.
Leaving his sauce to reduce, it's back to the mash. Martin rinses his potatoes in cold water, cooks them in boiling water, then passes them through a ricer.
The fact that he's done 3, 4 stages, 5 maybe, to achieve a mashed potato is maybe a step too far, although I have no doubt it's going to taste lovely.
And finally, it's on to the all-important fish.
We've got a bit of a problem with the bass now, because I don't think he's made any little slices in the skin, and it's going to curl right up as it cooks. Well, he's holding it down.
Forcing it down.
Martin's rival is 47-year-old Spanish food obsessive Neil. He makes a seafood stock from Spanish wine, Morecambe Bay shellfish, onion, celery and garlic.
It's very simple to make a paella, but it's tricky to make a very good paella, and that's the difference.
Next, Neil fries chunks of seasoned, floured cod loin.
I'm most worried today about the timings of the shellfish. If they're added too early, they become rubbery. Added too late, they'll be undercooked.
But the timing of the shellfish isn't his only problem.
Cod is still in the pan, and the trouble is that all the fish is going to then be recooked when he has it combined with the rice, and it's already looking pretty well done.
Neil fries onion and garlic in a paella pan, then adds peppers, green beans, paprika and the crucial ingredient, the rice.
There's a saying in Spain, you haven't produced a paella until you've achieved the socrat, which is the golden crust that a that forms on the base of the paella, and hopefully today I will achieve that.
Neil spent a lot of time in Spain, and his aim is an authentic Spanish dish.
He's using arborio rice. I have never seen arborio rice, ever, for a paella.
It's supposed to use bumba rice.
Yeah.
Bumba rice, and you can buy that in the supermarkets now, bumba rice, and it says bumba rice, paella rice.
These little signs at this stage begin to give you a little doubt.
Coming up, one main course limps over the finish line.
Everything was looking magnificent, just a disappointment at the final hurdle.
And when mouth-watering desserts do battle, the perfect pudding turns sour in an instant.
Split. That's a real shame. First mistake.
Hello again, welcome back to Britain's Best Dish. Now, right now, in the main course kitchen, we have Martin with his pan-fried sea bass versus Neil and his Morecambe Bay paella, and I just saw you bringing the foil off that, and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Hope so.
Can I tell you that the judges are a little bit worried about your choice of rice? They say it shouldn't be arborio. What do you say?
Probably agree with them, but it was second best bet, really.
Yeah? What would you have gone as a preference?
Possibly gone for a traditional true Spanish paella rice, but just a bit difficult to get hold of over here.
All right, Neil, well, I really look forward to seeing what they say about that. It's wonderful.
OK, thank you.
And Martin.
Hello.
It's all happening, isn't it? And I noticed with your sea bass, you're really pressing it down in the pan,
just to make
you?
sure that I get all the skin levelled up and it's dead crispy now.
Now, I want to ask you about the sous vide business.
Yeah.
It does look lovely, and I'm sure it'll be delicious. Why in a sous vide, though? This is nonsense, isn't it?
No, basically the idea of putting the potatoes in the water bath is to get all the starches out of the potatoes first, and then when you boil it, normally it just comes quite dry and fluffy.
So it wasn't just showing off with the sous vide?
No.
You sure?
I'll show it off and do a dance or something.
I might hold you to that.
All right, cool.
Gents, it's getting to that time now, so I'm going to say, would you please start plating up?
So has designer Martin fashioned a winner? Succulent pan-fried sea bass, complemented by wild mushrooms, a truffled red wine sauce and smooth champ mash. That's the blueprint. Will the finished product measure up? Or will Neil sail into Friday's regional final with his celebration of British seafood? His Morecambe Bay paella boasts fresh lobster, shrimp, cod and mussels. But has Neil done his family of fishermen proud?
OK, judges, so we have 2 fish courses here awaiting your attention, and let's start with Martin's sea bass. Julie, I really want to start with you because I know you were so looking forward to this course.
Your bass is beautifully cooked, although the skin not quite as crispy as I would hope. The fish and the red wine sauce, it is an excellent combination with the mushrooms.
John, do you want to go next?
Martin, this is a brilliant dish. The mashed potato agony, I don't know, you could have saved yourself an hour, I think. All that, you know, sous vide nonsense and this and that and the other. All in all, Martin, great dish.
Thank you.
Ed, great dish?
Yeah, fantastic dish. I think the sauce is right. It doesn't overpower the dish. It's very hard to get right, a red wine sauce, especially in this, guys. But all in all, it really is a showpiece of cookery.
Yes. That's all right, isn't it?
That's all right, yeah.
OK, dig in. Look, I haven't even said dig in. They're digging in already to Neil's Morecambe Bay.
Yes, do, please.
Paella.
Go for it all. Thank you.
Taste and flavours are nice here, Mary, OK? There's a balance. The predominant flavour is saffron. I saw an awful lot of seafood at the beginning of this recipe, and I want to know where it is. I think, have you eaten it all? Because I haven't got any.
You sound like you're getting in a sulk.
No, well, I am, really, because I love seafood. I was expecting... Obviously, I saw this beautiful stuff that, you know, Morecambe Bay had the mussels, we had cod. Traditionally, with paella, you use a rice called bumba rice, which is a Spanish rice. I think we've got a borio rice here. And I think it would benefit from using bumba rice.
Where's the lobster tail?
The tail's in the pan still.
What was the idea of that, though? To leave all the fish in the pan?
Just decorative, really. And not to overpower the rice.
You dressed everything up 20 minutes, possibly half an hour before you were due to serve. Therefore, the little bit of fish that we have got is completely overcooked.
Gilly, did you eat all the seafood? Because it's not there.
We're never going to get to the root of it, but I want to thank you, Neil, for showing us the absolutely gorgeous produce of your area. What ingredients you had. I was salivating over them. They look fab. Everything was looking magnificent. Just a disappointment at the final hurdle that we're not getting it to eat. But we want that seafood.
Wow. That was interesting. They seemed to like it, but who knows? Anything can happen.
Generally, I feel next time if I get through, I would certainly plan it better.
If you like what you've seen so far today, why not have a go at cooking these recipes for yourself at home? Go to itv.com/best dish to find all the information.
Car designer Martin did a high-performance turn in the mains kitchen, serving succulent sea bass with the champion of champ mashes and a tricky red wine reduction. While fisherman's friend Neil took the fruits of Morecambe Bay's waters and let them blossom in his take on the classic Spanish paella.
Gilly.
Let's start with the paella first. Lovely concept. I'm a real pushover for paella. I love it. But we've said it before, not enough seafood. We love seafood. Seafood, we love it. Whereas we had the works from you, Martin. It was a great dish. Tasted good, looked good, and you get my vote, Martin, with your sea bass.
Well done, but let's hear what John has to say.
Martin, love the sea bass, love the sauce, love the mushrooms. All in all, a very nice plate. Neil, I wish you'd used the proper rice to make the paella because you would have got less of a sort of glutinous texture to the dish. But I have to look at the technical ability of the dish, and so I'm going to go with Martin. Well done. You've got my vote.
Wow, they really are in tune with one another today. Martin, you've got it. We know that. But, Ed, which way would you have gone?
Wonderful to see that shellfish. Just a shame I didn't get to eat any. So on that basis, I'll go with Martin. But I have to say, Martin, when it comes to that style of food, hard to beat. You did a very, very good job today. So well done. You've got my vote as well.
Bad luck, Neil. That must be disappointing, but 100% for you, Martin, and very many congratulations for that, which means that you are through to Friday's regional final, and Neil, I'm afraid we have to say goodbye to you. OK. Let's have a reminder now of today's puddings.